Cheers and welcome to the 3BeerPod. Oh, we are off to a fabulous start on the pod. It is Chris and Tim. It is episode number 12 of season 3, the finale for season 3. 36 episodes in, Timmer, for the 3BeerPod. Welcome, buddy.
What's going on, Cloudy? How you doing tonight, buddy?
Not too bad, man. Really looking forward to tonight's guest, Jeff Burrows from the Tea Party, drummer for the Tea Party. We're going to talk to him in just a couple of minutes. And we have a lot of things to get to tonight. To wrap up season 3, we're going to tell you about our big Christmas special, which is coming up as well, and a bunch of things to kind of wrap up, and then a cliffhanger at the end, like any good finale has, right? We got to wrap up the season.
Oh, I'm excited about it. I'm excited about everything that's going on here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, lots going on. Lots going on. Let's start, Tim, as we always do, with what you drinking, bud, tonight, as we highlight some craft beers. What are you drinking tonight? We got a couple, Tim, that we're actually going to talk about in the beer buzz. But what are you pouring here tonight? Hey,
buddy, it was a tough one to pick here tonight on what I was going to drink. Our friends at Black Gold, who was on last episode, our buddy Tom Page actually made a trip up to Petrolia and scored us some Black Gold. So I'm going to drink the Pantless in Petrolia Imperial IPA. Manager of logistics, Darren Ebert, slid this one on my front porch here tonight. This is from Tressel. Going to drink a Arrow German Pilsner. That's exciting. And friends from earlier this season, Wellington Brewery, actually mailed us some new beers that's being released here. This is the Big Chill. And it's a hazy IPA with gin botanicals. I'm actually going to start with that one tonight. So good stuff there from Wellington. Good, excited to try it right now.
Yeah, Wellington, which we had on. So I'm going to have the what am I having here, Timmer? The Helles Lager. I can't even read. I'll be lucky to get to this. I'm not going to lie. This is number 3 tonight. I do love it, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to get 3 in tonight. From our friends at Black Gold, who was on last week up in Petrolia, we had a couple people said they went up and stopped in and saw them. The Endless Summer. This is the Citrus Wheat from Black Gold. They were good fun last week. Congrats to them. And this one, the Pony Boy.
Buddy. There's a lot of excitement that the Pony Boy came out. Big shout out to Corey Byer, who's been lobbying for Pony Boy to come out since 3 years ago. So I know he was excited. A lot of fans of Sons of Kent were excited that Pony Boy came out last week. We can talk more about some of that stuff and some of the stuff that we got going on with those beers coming up in our beer buzz. Let's get to our guest because he is waiting patiently, standing by here tonight from Windsor, Ontario. Let's welcome to the show. This is Jeff Burrows. Good evening, Jeff. How you doing?
Very good, fellas. How you doing?
Very good, buddy. We're so excited to have you on here tonight. Jeff, of course, is the drummer for Canadian rock legends, the Tea Party. And we're excited to have you on. So where's home now, Jeff? I guess I first want to start with that. Where do you call home?
We're circled right back to where we grew up. My wife and I and our kids are in LaSalle, Ontario.
Nice.
La Belle LaSalle.
So with all the boys from Tea Party, you all went to high school together. Are you all back in the Windsor, Essex area?
God, no. No. I'm the only one who stayed in our hometown. The fellas moved around a lot. And which was nice when I was younger because, I'd get to shoot off to Toronto or shoot off to Montreal. Now, Stuart has been in Vancouver for almost 20 years. Jeff's been in the east coast of Australia for 15, probably.
Very nice. Very nice. A lot of questions we got to get to. You're our first legitimate rock star on the podcast. Well, what are you drinking? First of all, what are you pouring here tonight?
This is a little Dragula. Do you know the Motorburger guys? They do Motorcraft ales.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is what I normally get with my what do you call it? Firebird burger. Ooh. It's delicious. It's a dark German black ale, chocolatey but not heavy, so it's good. So a shout out to and a cheers, boys, and a shout out to Jay and Gino. Get your Motorcraft ales.
There you go. Very nice. Very nice. When you were on tour and you were kicking around the country and you have been on tour just recently too, were you a drinker, a partier? Was like that rock star image that we have, is that real? Is that like really happen?
In the beginning? Oh, absolutely. It's you're out doing what you love to do. You don't wake up with hangovers. You know, it's your best years are behind you after you're once you hit 30, and you don't realize how good you had it in your 20s, because you could drink and it didn't matter, and you wake up the next day. And now I pick and choose. You know, if we got 3 shows in a row and a day off the next day, I'll have a couple usually. And that's the nice thing about traveling too, is usually we'll get some nice local beers no matter where we are, and local wines and so on. And then you just have a little, it's hard to party now, man. It's pretty brutal.
We call this the 3BeerPod. I've never had 3 beers because I have to wake up. That's how bad it is.
Yeah.
That's how bad it is.
No, but I appreciate you letting me come on, because any excuse to weekday drink is good.
Hey, it's open invitation. Open invitation. I want to back up. So I understand your father was a drummer.
Mm-hmm.
Is he from the Chatham area? Where's he from?
Oh yeah. Yeah, he grew up on Grand. My dad's from Chatham. My mom's from Wallaceburg. You know, my both sets of my grandparents lived, whether it be Chatham, Erio, near the end of their days, were all out there. But yeah, I grew up every summer. I was in Erio for months and months, and they were literally on Molly and OJ's lane. They were the last house on the beach, so they owned the beach. It's crazy.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
no way. But your dad growing up was a drummer, and that kind of led you down your path as a drummer, right?
Oh yeah. Like we started, all of us, my younger brother and my older sister, we were all, you know, doing the piano thing, and I thought that was pretty cool. But then, by the time I got to 10, I was, you know, nosing around my dad's shop area in the basement, and I saw these drums. I'm like, hey, what's going on here? What are these? And then he finally told me that he was in a band, and then, you know, I just saved up my paper route money and we bought a kit, and there we go.
That is so cool. And then, so did he push you into music? Like my dad taught himself how to play guitar, how to play piano. He was a music guy. I have zero music ability.
Yeah, no, I mean, I think every parent wants their kids to play something, just because it's such a unique thing to have, right? A unique thing that you can always fall upon and go to. But no, my parents were great that way, whether it be sports or music. They were just, you know, if you're going to do it right. If you're not interested, don't waste my time, don't waste my money, kind of thing. And yeah, you know, it's a good motto to live by.
For sure. Jeff Bellows of the Tea Party, 1/3 of the Tea Party from the Windsor Essex area, still living down that way. You guys all went to high school together. Were you that high school band that played the rallies and stuff in the gym and the local parties, and just carry on from there?
We actually started. So Jeff Martin and I actually started in grade school together. And we actually were touring the elementary schools of Essex County in grade 6 and 7. So when you get that opportunity and you're playing in front of between 400 and 800 kids that are screaming, and you're in your Jordache jeans and you're looking at all the cute girls in their Pat Benatar t-shirts, you're just going, whoa. So that went right into high school, where we met Stuart, and then we were in and out of different bands all throughout high school. But yeah, we played different high schools and stuff like that all the time.
How drunk did you get on that elementary tour?
You know, nothing.
So what's it like the first time you hear the Tea Party on the radio? Like, I've heard from artists who are like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Like, you're sitting in the car, you're just like blown away. Where were you? What station was it? And what was going on? Well,
the first time I ever heard anything, we were in high school. We weren't at the Tea Party at this time, but I was in grade 9. Jeff was still in grade school, grade 8. And we came in 3rd place. The Sears parking lot used to host this fantastic battle of the bands. Yep. And we were very, very young. So they gave us 3rd or 4th place, but we got to go to Overland Studio and record this song onto a 45. And we still have some of those 45s. I remember autographing one for my mom in grade 9. It was funny.
No way.
So it was OM FM, which was Shom, essentially out of Montreal. OM FM 88.7 at the time. And yeah, there was a DJ named MJ, and she would spin it, and I was losing my mind. So that's when I was a kid. But the fondest tea party memory, we were with a friend of ours who ran a rock magazine up in Montreal, and we went up to Mount Royal, and we just sat, looked at the stars, probably had a couple beers and whatnots, and then we were listening to the top 9 at 9 sort of thing. Yep. And we couldn't believe it because we weren't number 4, 3, 2. And we were like, what is going on? And he looks at us and he gives us a wink because he was good friends with him. And we couldn't believe that we were the number 1 in Montreal in such a big market. So, and that was our first single, The River, off of Splendor Solace. So that really sticks with you when you're that young. Like I was 22 or 23 at that point.
That's wild. That's wild. I worked in rock radio for about 9 years, so I've heard a lot of Tea Party in my lifetime. So I'm not in rock radio now, so I had to have a little refresher here this afternoon, and I'm like, man, I forgot about these jams, and I forgot about Tim and I. We were just talking about before we went on. What did you call it, Tim? The band that you didn't realize?
Yeah, it's the Tea Party is the band that was always on. And when I'm listening back to Tea Party, I'm singing along with everything. It's like you just didn't realize Tea Party was on so much. I listened to 106.3 out of Sarnia, plays Tea Party all the time. The Rock plays Tea Party all the time. These stations play Tea Party all the time, and I'm just jamming out this whole time. So it was really awesome to have you join us here. You went from touring elementary schools to playing in front of 500,000 people at a Relief concert. Can you tell us a little bit about what that experience was like? I went back and watched that performance last night. Yeah. It was awesome, and just to see that crowd, it was kind of weird. Seeing 500,000 people together right now, but dude, at that time, what was that like?
It was insane. So the day was long. We had to get very early. We went to Mimico Station, which is, if you've ever taken the Via train, it's kind of like where they do all the body work and engine work on the trains. It's at Mimico. So we got picked up in a limo, taken to Mimico Station, hopping on the train with Getty, Alex, Neil, Jim Belushi, all of the, everybody that was there. Wow. It was crazy. And we're heading up, and I'm chatting with Jim Belushi. I'm like, what the hell is going on? And then you get there, and you're just flabbergasted. You're kind of looking around. You're checking out some other bands. So Sam Roberts was there, a very young band at the time. Yep. Watching Sammy, thought it was amazing. Said hi to all my friends. But the best part, literally, was meeting everyone. Yeah. The being on stage was much like we would headline like Edge Fests and stuff in Toronto and the other cities in Canada. And those were around 45,000 people, but it just looks like a ball diamond if you're standing at home plate, right? Whereas, so that's kind of the attitude I brought to the stage because I knew I'd be freaking out. And then you get there and it didn't matter. So I'm like, okay, that kind of looks like it, but a lot bigger. And then I'm just going to look over here. So I look to my hi-hat side where Jeff's plays, and I'm like, holy fuck, there's just so many people over there. And then I turn to this side, and It just didn't end, right? So when you're playing and you get everyone clapping, you see everyone in the front row clapping, and then you see like a second later, it's just like clap, and in the back rows, clap. It's just moving and moving back, right? Pretty insane.
That's
wild. Meeting everybody was the best part,
Did you meet the Stones at that show?
Oh yeah. I've got a picture. The Stones and AC/DC brought in all the bands into this. It was kind of like the common area, green room amongst all the bands. So they had catering and all that stuff in the back. But it was this large area, and they had like a 20-foot A-frame set up. A photographer was up there. The photo's online somewhere, but there we are. Jeff Martin standing next to Jeff. Since passed. I'll get back to that later. But anyway, all of these stars everywhere. Ronnie Wood, I was flabbergasted, and they were all so tiny. I couldn't believe how small they were. It was just so bizarre.
That's crazy. Tom has a question for you here. Tom wants to know, do you guys have a favorite gig or festival that stands out and brings back great memories?
Well, that one specifically, so far as festivals are concerned, but we've done a lot of great festivals in Europe and in Australia, playing with Nine Inch Nails and the Chili Peppers and Lou Reed and like you name it. It seems like we've played with them. Rage Against the Machine in Italy, that was outstanding. The show, though, indoor show, was opening for Page and Plant. That was insane. That was we were the last ever show to perform at the Old Forum in Montreal for that.
Oh, no
It's
way.
the last ever live show, yeah. And then, yeah, sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, do you sometimes drive around LaSalle and say, man, I was playing with Mick Jagger, like we were on a tour of Nine Inch Nails. Like, what's life like? It's I'm not going to say a letdown. I don't want to make it sound bad, but is it like, was that a time in your life? What do you think about now when you look back at that?
Oh, it's amazing. And I look forward to many more memories because, I mean, we've got so many. We got new music coming out. We've got shows booked for more than one country, which is nice. And then, I don't know. I've always been a small town guy. I like LaSalle. It's a great community. You know, everybody knows everyone, and you know, it's growing nicely. It's great. I like being in a small town.
It's home too, right? Like it's home.
Yeah, I mean, my dad's 2 minutes away. My brother's 3 minutes away. It's great.
We have a bunch of stuff to talk about. So as your music career, I'm not going to say wound down because you're still touring and you're still busy with that, but you ended up on the radio.
Yep.
And that's kind of where our paths crossed. Kind of. You were out of our Windsor office, and I was in the Chatham office. How did you get that job? How did you like that job? And why aren't you still doing that job?
I got the job, I think, because when the band was still going at that time, they had offered like a couple co-hosting jobs to Kelly Hoppy of Big Sugar, myself, and we went in and it was fun and so on. And then when they were expanding their office and expanding to 95.1 and 100.7 in Windsor, Essex, and Chatham, Kent, they wanted a Windsor team and a Chatham team. So they put me on the easiest shift, of course, the sit and spin between 10 and 2 or 3. I think it was 10 and 3. Yep. I loved it. I really did. The biggest enjoyment I got out of it was meeting everybody, doing a lot of the charity stuff that I got to do with the radio station. That was the most fun I had. I mean, you know from your own experiences, the best thing is getting out and meeting people. It really is. Yeah. I mean, I love, you know, shining light on new tracks and so on and so forth. But, you know, getting out there, I would discover them anyway. I love music. Right. Yeah. So, and then it ended when they decided to go to Light FM and didn't think that I could, you know, front sell Karen Carpenter. And I thought, I love Karen Carpenter. What the hell are you getting rid of me for, man? But that was okay. It was okay.
Yeah. I had to answer the phone calls the next morning. That was a long morning. Where did the rock go? Why are you playing Carpenters? What's going on here? I used to have people ask me, and we weren't on the same station, but they'd say, what does Jeff do when he plays the Tea Party? And I said, I don't know. I've never heard you do that.
I used to pop it out all the time, and my music director would get really pissed, and I'm like, I'm not gonna look like that asshole spinning his own stuff on air. It's not my style. I don't want to be that person. And people would say, well, you got this job so you can spin your own music kind of thing. And I was like, no, not me. So I'd call up Lock Bomb right after that and say, Dave, make sure you throw another Tea Party in there for me, won't you?
That's funny. We always wondered why the Tea Party was the top spin of the week, but just the way the charts work. Just the way the charts work. No, that was a neat time, and that was I used to work at that station too, and it had something there, and I think they're back to a rock format now, and it's really kicking butt. And so yeah. So what is happening right now? Like, obviously, there's no concerts. We could talk about your Slang Hunger, but like, as a band, what is your life like? And there's a lot of people behind the scenes that people don't even realize are in the music industry, right?
Yeah. So what Jeff Stewart and I were together a year ago in Vancouver. We were having a writing session, and we completed an EP with songs that we were working on previous to that and songs that we worked on then. So we had done all of our stuff and we just essentially left the vocals and vocal melodies to Jeff to take home to Australia and get it done. So right as that was starting to happen, come February, March is when COVID hit, and then, you know, nothing could happen anyway. We can't release stuff. The record company wants to release it. It's done. It's just we've got to wait. And a lot of things are kind of planned around seasons. Like there's a song that is actually quite seasonal that they want to wait for. So yeah, we've got that. We had a 40 some odd date tour canceled this past summer. But that's been rescheduled with fewer dates, of course. But you know, what can we do? You know, it's just the way it happens. We're supposed to be in Australia and, you know, Europe and blah, blah, blah.
I hear you. Tim, I'm sorry, bud. I've taken the mic from you. What do you want to jump in?
It's all good. I was just thinking, we usually ask our guests what they're drinking. We already know what Jeff's drinking. And I think I want to know what a rock star is listening to on his Spotify playlist. Like when you're going to listen to a jam, what are you listening to, Jeff?
Lately, when the weather's turned about 3 weeks ago, so I have to come up with a new regime. But when I've been running, I've been listening to this band called Bring Me the Horizon. And the album's called Ammo, M-A-O, and they're out of Britain. They're very heavy. It's like Linkin Park, but as far as I'm concerned, well, no, I don't want to take anything from Linkin Park. They're just really, really great. Bring Me the Horizon, just outstanding. And the album's called Ammo. And they've got newer stuff out since, but Ammo is just kind of stuck in my head. And then if it's not Ammo, it's like, you know, the best of Hall & Oates and shit.
Yeah.
We were supposed to be at the Hall & Oates show this summer. We talked about that a couple of times, man. Those are the guys right there, man.
That's a great band, man. They're drummers from Toronto right now, and man, he knows how to play.
Your son, like you following your dad, your son's following your footsteps. Where is he at right now? I kind of saw a little bit on your social media, but where's your son at?
Yeah, well, he's here now because of all of this, but he lives in Hell's Kitchen in Manhattan. So his band is doing really well again. I don't want to talk too much about it, only because I'm not sure what I'm allowed to say, but they do have an album done. They've got singles picked. They've already recorded filmed both of the first two videos, you know, et cetera, et cetera. There's a lot other things I could talk about it, but he'll kill me if I say the wrong thing. And
what's his band's name again, Jeff?
Tempt.
Okay.
Yeah. If you check it out online, honestly, you'll be pretty blown away. They're pretty amazing, man.
Speaking of online, how did you end up with teaparty.com? There was a whole story about how down in the US, they were hitting up your website because of the political implications. How did you end up with that?
Dude, we were probably in the top first 10 domain names ever registered in Canada. It cost us $12.
Wow.
The teaparty.com in like 1994 or 5. I'm thinking 5 maybe. I don't know how far it went back, just because of the advent of the internet. But no, we just registered it. That's just kind of what we thought we should do as a corporation, right? And then when that all blew up, we were like, we're going to cash in. And then we started thinking about it going, no, this is bullshit. These guys, it ain't going to happen. And no one's going to get rich. They're like, well, what if you could sell it for $1 million? I'm like, okay, then take off your management cut, then take off the lawyer fees, and boom, 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 and everybody's walking away for $100,000 for your soul. No thanks. We'll keep our name. It's all good.
That's awesome. That's rock and roll. That's rock and roll right there. Reason we've wanted to talk to you for a little while. We've been trying to get connected on this. But next Friday, you've got an event with another band that you're playing with, and you've been doing this for years. Give us some of the details on this.
So.
Nice.
So if you go here, Slaying Hunger, as in sledding, slayinghunger.com, there's the 10th album. Oh, that's not coming up very well. There it is. Nice. That's the 10th album. We do this every year. It's very regionalized, mind you, but we normally put more than 4,000 people in at the Coliseum at Caesars. And all of the money so it's a St. Clair College project between St. Clair Thames campus and the Windsor campus, and the great people at Caesars. And we combine all of our efforts. And last year we raised I think just over $77,000 for the food banks. So we're trying to do that again this year. And if you do go here, you can so it's now available on this thing called Sessions. But if you go to slayinghunger.com, oh, thank you.
There we go.
You guys are magic. So these beers are amazing. If you go there, you'll see the whole thing, and it's called Sessions. And it gives you an opportunity to buy either a family pack, or you can buy a family pack with an upgrade, so you get the download of that particular album, or you get a download of that live show as soon as the show's done, so you can have the live performance of those Christmas songs. And it's super simple. You can watch it on your handheld device or computer. You can load it up on your TV. I've already tried it because I bought the family pack, and I was like, I'm going to make sure this works. And there we go. So we're doing our best. It's never easy to convey, how much it means to you. That sentiment, that sentimental value to so many people that come. I mean, older people in Windsor know me now as that guy from the Christmas band and not the Tea Party, which I think is fantastic, because we're just trying to raise funds and have a good time. And the band is, amazing people, and it's just a fantastic time. So for me to try to get this across to everyone, it's daunting, because a lot of people are afraid of, the interweb and all of that sort of stuff.
So I'll throw this up here. This is
there it is.
Slang Hunger 2020. So you can get your tickets right now. Slanghunger.com. Get those tickets online, and you're helping out keep people fed, or get them fed throughout the year at local food banks in Windsor and in Chatham. So slanghunger.com. That's awesome.
Yeah. Our Chatham friend is Brenda LeClaire at Outreach for Hunger, and I've been working with Brenda for as long as I can. While I was in radio, as a matter of fact, is when I first met her. She's an outstanding lady.
At the radio station, we're working on something for next week too, for Outreach for Hunger. So I'm actually going to send you a message, Jeff, after we're done here, and give you some background on that. But looking forward to that. Timmer, I don't have anything else. Sorry, I talked your ear off here tonight, but this is awesome to have you on and finally connect, because we wanted to get you on, and we knew that you were a good guy, and it's neat to finally get you here on the pod.
Yeah, it's been oddly busy. It's so weird to try to navigate through this BS, but thank you very much for having me on. Yeah.
Cheers, Jeff. Thank you very much, buddy. Enjoy your beer.
Thanks, fellas. Pleasure to be on here. Thank you.
That is Jeff Burrows from the Tea Party, and you can obviously find out more teaparty.com, and don't forget slanghunger.com. You can go online and get those tickets for next Friday night. Cool dude, man. He is a good dude.
Oh, man, he was awesome. I wish we could have talked to him for another hour, because I'm sure he's got lots of stories to share with us. Good story, though. And that Slang Hunger is pretty awesome. Shout out to the Twisted Sisters, Liz and Stephanie, a band that I've followed out of Windsor for a long time. Liz is in the Tartan Army, which goes back to my university days of St. Patrick's Day. Liz is in that band and was in that picture. So shout out to them. For all the awesome stuff that they're doing for the community. Really cool.
Look at Jeff just rocking out, eh?
Man, just giving her, eh?
Man, yeah, that's cool stuff. Tea Party's one of those bands, like we said, it's like, holy shit, like they had some good bangers there.
Oh yeah, just rocking out the last couple of days. Once you sent me that he was going to be on, I was like, Tea Party's on the playlist, and I've been rocking out to it.
Yeah,
I think Tommy mentioned that it was on the Big Shiny Tunes. The old Much Music albums. That was all good times back then, eh?
That was awesome. That was very cool. Jeff Burrows. We'll have to get him on again. And you know what? I had a pile of questions, Timmer, so I'm sorry. I was buzzing tonight.
Hey, buddy, it's all good.
Felt like I was hogging the microphone. All right, let's get to our beer buzz tonight. We've got some things to pass along. We actually have a bunch of things to pass along. We have a Beer Buzz Hall of Fame inductee tonight too, Timmer. So that's big news.
So much to do here, buddy.
No, we got lots going on. It's the final episode of season 3. Where do you want to start, Tim?
Yeah. So I just wanted to again give a shout out to Wellington and their Beer Buzz. This was a new release for them. It's coming out. It's the Big Chill. It's delicious. I think it's got some booze in it though. Yeah,
I'd hope so.
It's a 6 something. I can't read it, but it's a 6. It's a 6 something. It says strong beer. But also Wellington sent us this pack here, which is a new pack that's going out that you can purchase from them. It's got 4 beers in it. Couple of namestays here. The Upside IPA is there all the time. Then the chocolate milk stout, which I drank one last week. It's delicious. Wow, is it good? And then they've got Crispy Forever, which is a Hell's Lager that's been double dry hopped, and that sounds exciting. And then what is the other one? Is a sour cherry beer. So that looks, or sour cranberry. So this pack looks pretty awesome. You can get that from our friends at Wellington. And again, we'd like to support those that have been on the 3Beer podcast. So that's good stuff, buddy.
We got, I don't know what we can say. Red Barn Brewing from Blenheim, Ontario. Check out their social media and keep an eye on that, because they got something brewing that is kind of some big news, which we'll let them break it, okay? But they've got some good stuff going on.
Stay tuned to Red Barn.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do this one here, Timmer. This is a Beer Buzz Hall of Fame. I'm not even taking a vote on it because this guy is going to be in. 51-year-old guy named Michael Filipkowski. He's from Clearwater, Florida, and he's got a nickname. Michael's nickname is Bud Light Mike. Bud Light Mike. How do you get the nickname? Tim, you can guess. He loves Bud Light.
Really?
And he doesn't always do it legally. He's been arrested twice for carrying open containers of
Bud Light. Okay.
He's been arrested twice for stealing cases of
Bud Light.
And he was once arrested for skipping out in a bar tab where he drank nothing but
Bud Light.
He was true to form on Saturday. He was caught stealing a 2-4 of Bud Light from a grocery store. The cops found him nearby, along with 21 of the 24 cans already drank.
Oh, already drank. I was going to say,
already
what's
drank.
he been doing? Right. What did he do with the other three?
He's not done yet. Inducted on the final episode of season 3, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only
Bud Light Mike?
Bud Light Mike. There he is.
I'm going to guess that Bud Light Mike has that wound on his forehead from drinking Bud Lights or trying to open Bud Lights with his forehead.
Rumor is he got into a fight with Natural Light Norm.
Natural Light Norm also
Bush Light Bobby.
Oh boy,
walking the streets of Florida. Oh man,
I'm not gonna lie. I think Bud Light Mike can hold his own.
Bud Light Mike ain't messing around. If he's committing a crime, it's a Bud Light crime.
He's
100%.
I think he's got a melon on him like our old friend Dick Felt.
There's Bud Light Mike. Yep. Well, let's move right into that then, Timmer. Up next. So last week we introduced you to a couple more in our Weird Name Hall of Fame. We have a lot of Hall of Fames on the 3BeerPod, but we have narrowed it down. Okay, so inductee in the second class of the Weird Name Hall of Fame, named after this guy, Dit Clapper, who was the originator and brought us the idea of the Weird Name Hall of Fame. Dit Clapper is joined in the first class by Dick Felt.
Friend Dick Felt, yes.
Also Dick Paradise, who were introduced in the first ever class in the Weird Name Hall of Fame.
Right.
First inductee in the second class of the Weird Name Hall of Fame is Dick Sizzler. Sounds like a breakfast spot where you grab a dinner.
I'm not sure if I want to eat there then.
Couple of eggs over easy at the old Dick Sizzler. Right? So now here's the thing, Timmer. We have one more to induct, but we have two weird names for the Weird Name Hall of Fame. So you must decide here, and hopefully we can decide in the next 5 minutes, which one of these goes into the Weird Name Hall of Fame. Was it Steve Sharts, former Major League Baseball player, or was it Dick Shiner, former quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers? Sharts, Shiner. Your votes will decide who is the second and final inductee into the Weird Name.
One. We couldn't narrow it down. We're gonna need some people to help us out on this one.
For sure.
I don't want to campaign much, but Dick Shiner's up there for me. I'm not gonna lie. If Steve's name was Dick
Sharts, then it'd be a no question.
Yeah, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer if his name's Dick Sharts, but it's not. Nobody wants to comment in on this one. Shiner, he's a Steeler. Doug Hunter, big Steelers fan.
Okay.
I'm concerned that Dick Shiner was wearing a Browns uniform in the picture, though.
Where is he?
Might have to check out his transaction history.
Yeah.
Although I'm
Sharks and Shiner.
Pretty sure Dick Shiner is a risky Google.
Dick Shiner seems right. Well, keep those votes coming, okay? So by the end of the episode, we'll decide who is the second and final inductee to the to the Weird Name Hall of Fame. Dick Shart's the COVID symptom. Possible. Hey, Timmer, there's another story for you today.
Oh, buddy.
Lifetime has a mini movie on the way starring Mario Lopez. Mario Lopez will star in this new movie, this little 15-minute movie. It's called A Recipe for Seduction. And Mario Lopez is a young and sexy Colonel Sanders. As in Kentucky Fried Chicken's Colonel Sanders. Not a word of a lie.
What?
It's this weekend on Lifetime.
That's got to be on the old PVR right now, eh, buddy?
Gotta be.
For real?
This is for real, Tim. You know what? And I've actually got.
This is the secret life of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Is that? Oh, it's presented by Kentucky Fried.
Yeah.
Kentucky Fried.
I've got the trailer. It's a minute long. Do you want to watch it?
I don't know how we can't now.
Okay.
I have to turn it up here.
Recipe for Seduction, starring Mario Lopez.
What the hell are you doing?
A Lifetime original mini movie.
You don't answer my proposal, and now you're not answering my call.
I think I'm falling for the new chef.
Jessica is falling for Harlan.
The cook? Leave Jessica alone and skip town.
He has a secret recipe that's going to change the world.
Harlan claims to have some secret recipe.
A secret recipe? Spare me.
We all have our secrets. If you marry my daughter, I promise there'll be more long weekends in your future.
Mom, I have to tell you something.
We have a problem.
Secret's out, chicken man. I'll take care of
Get this out, chicken man.
What the hell are you? Harlan Sanders, the new chef.
Mario Lopez is Colonel Sanders.
Come on.
A Recipe for Seduction. Premieres December 13th at noon.
That's not real.
Presented
That
by
is
Kentucky
real.
Fried Chicken.
This is not real. That is an SNL skit right there. There's no way that's real.
The gig is up, chicken man.
How did they pick Mario Lopez?
But does he not look like the sexiest of like? Look at him flexing. Look at the pipes.
That guy can sell chicken. Come on, what is he wearing?
I got 11 secret herbs and spices in my pants.
Come on, man.
Solid. I don't even know if I get Lifetime. I don't even know if I get Lifetime. So, secret's out, chicken man. I think that should be the title of episode 12. Secret's out, chicken man.
Chicken man. Wow.
That is good stuff.
That's intense. I have to watch it now.
Wow, how can you not?
Yeah,
How can you not
Mario
watch
is a little low on cash. That's fair.
Yeah.
Although there is a reboot of the Saved by the Bell.
Yeah.
So Mario's rolling in it right now.
The guy's got money. This is just fun money for him now.
He's making at least four or five figures with this.
Yeah, for sure. That's good. I like that. Recipe for Seduction.
Featuring Colonel Sanders.
What was that? The green coleslaw at KFC? That's still my fave. I love that.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't even know what's in that.
11 secret herbs and spices.
11 secret cabbages ground together in a puree that you will love or hate.
Timmer, I got a quick edition of Newfus Doofus tonight.
Oh, all right.
News report's gone bad. This is a politician on the news in, I believe it's Australia. And they're talking about some of the pollution in the local water. So the one holding the fish here is the politician. Follow along to what happens here.
This is what you get when you leave the National Party in charge of water in Australia. Dead fish, a massive stink. Oh, sorry, I've got to stop.
And effectively it runs into the billions of fish. At the moment, numbers are saying hundreds of thousands to millions. This river system will run about another 150 kilometres. So if you have these type of queues up and down, you'll be talking of billions of sheep.
Here comes again.
Billions of fish being destroyed by this government. Any last words, Dick?
I feel sorry for Jeremy, I'll tell you. Poor bastard. I hope he survives.
Poor bastard. I hope he survives.
I love it. He's like, I'm gonna really set him straight. I'm gonna hold this dead fish. They're gonna really get it, and then he's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
I just got to see him lose it again.
Oh.
Here, I gotta watch
This is
that.
what you get when you leave the National Party in charge of water in Australia. Dead fish, a massive stink. Oh, sorry, I've got to stop.
And effectively,
So one time, my grandma's house, Teresa, she had a bunch of fish in her freezer, and then the freezer died. So my dad and I thought that we'd be able to pull out the freezer outside on its own, but we tried and tried, and it was too heavy. So we had to unload. We had to unload the freezer, and that same sound effect is what was coming out of myself and my father, Ron Regan, at the same time. So it ended up being he had a can of Lysol. I would open, hold my breath, open, dump stuff out. He would spray it while we're doing it. We'd shut it and both try not to barf. So I feel Jeremy's pain. I know what that's all about.
Poor bastard. Poor bastard.
Oh boy. Oh, that didn't go as planned, I'm guessing, in Jeremy's head. And when he storyboarded that idea, that's not how he saw that going.
Did you watch The Office?
No.
Office
I know it's an unpopular answer to that.
Dude, I've watched probably the 7th time through because we know it's coming off Netflix by the end of the year. So we're watching it right now. Yeah. So for dinner, we were watching the episode, and Pam's one of the characters, and she's pregnant, and she tells everybody in the office. She says, "Hey, listen, I'm very sensitive to smells, and I get sick. And if you could help," and they don't help, right? So the one guy's peeling a hard-boiled egg, and Pam just looks at him. And as a show of dominance, pukes into a bucket. Yep. And then everybody in the office, because they hear it and they see it, they all start ralphing. It's
chain
really
reaction.
So I'm watching this during supper tonight, and I'm trying to do one of these. I'm like, don't want to. Doesn't my dog then start pulling at me? Stupid. Yep. Yeah, it just starts losing it. So
chain reaction again, eh?
Yeah. Yeah. One last thing, Tim, we're here tonight on the, I guess this is still being the beer buzz. It's National Bartender Day today. So to all the bartenders out there that are struggling, with bars not being, well, I guess they're open, but they're just not buzzing like they usually are. So.
Are you drinking? Oh, I thought you were drinking out of an OV glass there when you flashed it up there the first time. That's a Festival Giving glass.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I thought for sure that was an OV glass. I was like, wow, that's impressive.
If I had an OV glass.
You definitely stole that.
Oh, OV Oliver. We certainly love that. Timmer, I think we have a winner for our last spot in the Weird Name Hall of Fame. So Dick Sizzler's going in the second class.
Yes. And
joining him, we'll go with Dick Shiner.
Yes, Dick Shiner, former quarterback of Pittsburgh Steelers. Definitely a backup quarterback.
We should probably look into it because all 4 members currently of the Weird Name Hall of Fame are named Dick. So we
might have an issue.
We seem to have a type. All right, Timber. Hey, we're off the next couple weeks. We're going to be off on Tuesday nights. We will be back on the 18th, the 3BeerPod Christmas Open House, virtual open house. We got some fun things planned. We are going to surprise you. We're going to join you that Friday evening, so it might actually be a 4 or 5 beer pod. But we're going to have some fun. We're gonna have some giveaways, and we're gonna hang out. Thank everybody for tuning in for 36 episodes of the 3BeerPod. So we're gonna take a holiday break on the Tuesday nights, and then we'll come back for that Friday night. But we'll have a couple weeks off, and then we'll be back for season 4 of the 3BeerPod.
The Christmas special is shaping up to be something special.
Yeah,
it's gonna be something that you want to stop by for, and maybe you want to jump on. Maybe you've been watching this whole time and said, "Hey, I could hang out with these guys," like Jeff Burrows did.
Yeah.
Maybe you got a story to share. Maybe you have some Christmas Yuletide that you would like to jump on.
It's a virtual open house. So, hey, we'll have it open. Thanks, Jeff Burrows. Don't forget to check out his show, which is Slang Hunger, slanghunger.com, which will be also on that 18th. You can watch that. You can actually download it and watch it later if you'd like to as well, to support food banks in Windsor, Essex, and Chatham-Kent. And thanks to Jeff. Thanks for all the guests for joining us for 36 episodes of the 3BeerPod. So, Tim, we will talk on the Christmas show, but in the meantime, Merry Christmas.
Claudia, this has been fun. Season 3. All 36 episodes. Great people joining us again. We're having fun. Hopefully everyone else is having fun, and keep tuning in. But join us for the Christmas special. It's going to be a good time.
I might even have a bucket of chicken that night.
Is that on this weekend? Seduction? Is that when is that?
It is.
That's before the Christmas special. That's going to be an update for sure.
For sure.
Recipe for seduction.
Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching.